8 artificial food dyes will be phased out of the U.S. food and drug supply by the end of 2026. The announcement came Tuesday from FDA Commissioner Dr. Marty Makary speaking at a press event with HHS Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in Washington, D.C.
These steps that we are taking means that the FDA is effectively removing all petroleum-based food dyes from the U.S. food supply.
Makary says the synthetic dyes are most commonly found in brightly colored fun foods like candy, cereal, snacks, and sports drinks. They are asking companies to begin transitioning to natural alternatives like beet juice, carrot juice, and watermelon juice. 2 dyes not currently in production will be revoked: citrus red number 2 and orange B. 6 more artificial dyes will be eliminated from the U.S. food supply: red dye number 40, yellow dyes 5 and 6, blue dyes 1 and 2, and green dye number 3. The agency is also pushing for the early removal of red dye number 3. Banned earlier this year from food and drinks due to potential cancer risks, red 3 is currently set to be phased out of foods by 2027 and medications by 2028. Makary says the FDA will work to eliminate it even sooner. To support the transition, the FDA will authorize 4 new natural color additives in the coming weeks and is accelerating the review of others. Makary cited multiple health concerns Tuesday, especially for children.
41% of children have at least one health condition, and 1 in 5 are on medication. The answer is not more Ozempic, more ADHD medication, and more antidepressants.
While this ban isn't a cure-all, he says it is an important step in addressing the childhood health crisis. This comes as the Texas Attorney General investigates Kellogg for continuing to use artificial dyes in its U.S. cereals, even though the same dyes have been removed from products sold in Canada and Europe. A 2022 meta-analysis published in Environmental Health found a link between synthetic dyes and hyperactivity in children, and a 2021 report from the California EPA found over half of 25 studies reviewed showed a connection between artificial dyes and behavioral issues. Makary emphasized that switching to natural dyes won't raise food prices, pointing to other countries that have already made that transition. However, multiple sources within the commercial food industry maintain that a shift to natural food coloring would lead to higher prices, possibly disrupting certain supply chains, while manufacturers retool to comply with federal regulation.
We're going to start informing Americans about what they're eating. And we're going to try to work with Congress and the White House to make sure that we have adequate labeling.
Makary called the decades-long use of synthetic dyes, quote, one of the largest uncontrolled scientific experiments on children. He described the FDA's move as a step toward restoring public trust in food safety regulations. With Straight Arrow News, I'm Kennedy Felton. Download our app or visit san.com for more.